Hello, this is MOP, and this video is for Mr. Tennis Ball. And so this one right here is YouTube Studio. So it says dashboard videos in comment, and here goes. And yeah, of course, when the viewer ask question, and of course, when I answer, chances are that I may or may not misunderstood the question, and then possibly I answer things that's not asked or even irrelevant, not related. But yeah, here goes. How does that work with divorce if you marry the family rather than individual, or just the person? Will the person be able to return to their family, or that's not allowed? I am neutral on interracial etc. period. People period. Culture is worthless practice of division period. Culture and race are the least interest inventions in existence. And here goes. Hello, tennis ball. Returning to their family became easy compared to the old age, meaning long time ago before nuclear family started. So let's say around, you see, my parents are nuclear family, and my grandparents have before that, like live with in-laws and stuff at the old age. So here, should I leave the number? So uh, like, I can say around the time 50s or 60s maybe, or even before. And see, I'm not so good at sociology or anthropology or whatever the stuff. And then also people do different things. So we may have no place to return because their brother already have family. So there is no space anymore at mom and dad's house. And also here, not just if it's enough space or extra room or extra space in the garage or this and that. Of course, the social stigma exists before nuclear family started, and also, yeah, divorce is considered disgrace. So, yeah, so nowadays people still think like that, so-called disgrace, and then the tennis ball answered. That is my point with interracial or cultural marriages and divorces, period. It's an unfair system of slavery by marriage, period. Just shut up and be my slaves, or I am forever happy to be your property! Exclamation mark. It's pretty hard to make groups happy. Mother-in-laws prove this on a basic level, period. And their sons are sadistic, period. But I won't generalize, as it could be another way, period. In life, our happiness is dictated by our master or mistress of, or family or in-laws. This, you see this small black hair? That's him, Luigi. Uh, his primary breed is Rottweiler, and secondary breed goes Bichon Frise, Beagle, Golden Retriever. Yeah, the partially Golden Retriever, but he has short hair though. So primary breed is Rottweiler, and then so his face looks like this. Yeah. So yeah, my what I my point was, let's say, my grandmother in Hiroshima he lives with her younger son. She has two sons. An older son come to Tokyo and started nuclear family. But my grandma's second son married and then still live with his parents. And of course, my grandparents already passed away, and my uncle is early 70 because my mom will be 81 next year. And so let's say, like, for instance, let's say either my mom or my mom's sister got divorced, let's say, and then can she return to my grandparents' house or not? And yeah, so this is the thing. Their brother already have family in my grandparents' house, so meaning no space. And then hey, what about the grandparents' house is a humongous mansion and plenty of extra rooms. And even so, like, you see, sister-in-law or something-in-law is most likely an eyesore. So, and then, but nowadays, my grandparents have 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls. And then my grandparents' youngest son lived there. And then, so he is married and 2 children. So no space. And what about the nowadays modern day? Let's say, for instance, either me or my sister get divorced, and then can one of them or can both of us, can one of us or both of us can go back to my parents' house or not? And I think it's possible because my parents' house, no one lived there, only my mom. Because even if both my parents are still alive, and I don't have brother, so there is no new family in my parents' house. So my parents' house, only my mom, and occasionally my sister or my sister's children visit, or sometimes like have sleepover, and that's it. So you see, I have 2 sisters, and if one of us or 2 of us or 3 of us, let's say, have divorced and have to return, then yeah, I think it's possible because we don't have brother who marry and have children. So my parents' house have space, and also, and nowadays, like, everyone gets divorced anytime, and it's let's say in the US, the first marriage end in divorce 60%, and second time marriage and 70%, and the third marriage could end 80% or something. And in Japan, it's, I believe, 1/3 means 33%. And here, of course, the number game, the calculating game, is a little bit strange. And I heard some people argue that it's not 1 out of 3 in Japan. And yeah, that's what they say. And then, yeah, nowadays, so the failed marriage is not so grace, not called disgrace. And in nowadays, people don't hang out with neighbors, or people hang out with families or relatives, or so that means less gossip they can do. So even if I return my parents' house, or even if my sister return to my parents' house, and no one gossips. So yeah, in old days, people gossip because there is always socializing with neighbors, families, relatives, or friends, and then, oh, what's their problem? Or are they separated? Or what's their problem or something? But nowadays, I don't think no one give divorcee hard time. So yeah, I guess, yeah, you can still go back to their family. Yeah, it's funny. My cousin supposed to got divorced, and then when she was separated, she lived in Hiroshima with my grandparents, and then the grandparents and my uncle and auntie said, "Oh, we are trying to convince her to go back to her husband, but I don't think anybody convinced my first cousin to go back to her husband, because now my now means, let's say, 10 years ago, my grandparents and my uncle and auntie look happy because my first cousin returned for good with like a preschooler boy. So the boy was maybe like 4 years old back then. So he is my son's second cousin. So yeah, what I want to say that Asian parents don't consider their children's divorce disgrace, because I think some parents are happy that their daughter came back. So yeah, like I don't glorify divorce, because I hardly watch Hollywood movies nowadays. But yeah, so that's that. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Tennis Ball, for question, and I may answer things it's you are not asking, but yeah, here goes. Thank you and have a great day.